let me first talk about, because this happened recently, just yesterday, so I want to talk about that first before we pick the ones from last week over the weekend till now. ASUU has issued for a fresh 21-day strike notice to the federal government. I'm sure we have seen that one. Okay, I'm just going to read a short story on that. Okay, the federal government, I know. Okay. All right. Just hold on. Okay, well, I can't actually read any stories from now. Let me just read it. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has informed the federal government of its intentions to commence a nationwide strike in the next 21 days. The union gave the 21-day strike via a letter sent to the Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment and Ministry of Education in Abuja. The last strike, embarked upon by ASUU during the President Muhammad Buhari administration, lasted 8 months and left the academic calendar of the country tertiary institution in disarray. A source within ASUU leadership, which confirmed the development to newsmen, said the notice was issued after a NEC meeting held at the University of Ibadan. He said that a formal copy is expected to be sent to the Federal Ministries of Labour and Education. According to the laws governing trade union operations, ASUU is expected to forward a formal notice of strike not less than 21 days to its commencement date. ASUU has earlier threatened to embark on a strike due to the federal government's failure to implement agreements reached between them and the Ministry of Education. Professor Tahil Maman had met with ASUU June 20th to discuss their grievances and try to prevent this planned strike. However, ASUU President Professor Emmanuel said that the agreement reached during the meeting have not been implemented yet. Among the union's demands are the non-implementation of the 2009 renegotiated agreement and accumulated academic allowances that remained unpaid. Emmanuel also said revitalization funds were yet to be released in full, adding that only a paltry sum out of the agreed 200 billion naira yearly for 5 years was disbursed to the institution since 2013. Okay, ASUU is about to start the strike. If you remember, this thing really affected, and last year really affected a lot of students, and you know, it's something that I really wish the federal government had something after their closed door meeting. But it's obvious that let me know if you want to speak. I'm going to ask you, Nuruddin, why do you think the federal government is still yet to implement whatever they had agreed in closed doors and trying to make them go into strike again?
You remember that when this government came in and the ASUU wanted to go on strike, they went to court. And I said at that time that they will still not do anything. And I'm still saying it now. Till that 21, God will preserve our lives. Nothing will be done until that 21 day. When it's now few days to that 21 days ultimatum, federal government to go to court. You will see how the script is being played. Look. In Nigeria, all of us cannot be doing and doing at the same time. I'm not saying this because I'm a lecturer. I have said it on here and I'm going to repeat it. In any public university, either state or federal, there is no professor. If you like, don't be professor emeritus, be professor Garden of Eden. Nobody is having up to 500,000 naira salary monthly. Now, the other agreement with the government since 2009. Go and check that agreement. Allowances that you're supposed to be paying to the lecturer apart from their salary, they not paid. During the time of Buhari, they paid only 1, 2, 3 months and they left it. 2009 from 2009.
And this is 2024.
And this is 2024. Now tell me, what are they asking for? Apart from their allowances, apart from their research that they want it to augment. They want the school system to run itself. They want a full autonomy for federal, state, polytechnic to be running itself. They want that majority of the buildings, and it's true. There is one particular state university, I won't mention the state and I will not mention the name of the school. They are building, the building they say they are building as if they are building for primary school. A class that will not contain more than 40 people, and they are admitting over 1,000, 2,000 students. Tell me, you know the tactics that the lecturers are now using. The lecturers will come very early to the class. All the students that I met in the class is the one that is going to take said no to enter again. It's a tactics. Because it will kill the lecturer inside now. You will know what tactics. The other ones will find you and they will be exchanging notes. Because of it, you know some lecturer is voice notes and material they send to students. It's not education.
That's not education.
And these are the lecturers that they are not being paid. These are the lecturers that are using all their life on research. It's a high time that the federal government, maybe some of them they don't even value education. Even the minister of education, Mama, I know it's out of hand of that man. He needs them. He can only tell them, government is going to remove the government. What is he going to tell them? Is he going to remove the money from his own pocket? It is a high time. And look, maybe the elite in Nigeria, they are done meeting that they want to make sure the children of the poor should not go to school. Because private schools are running very well. If you can pay their fees, 4 years is 4 years, your 6 years is 6 years. It's like the elite in government or elite politicians. They have sat down, they said, okay, children of us should not go to school. We will not pay their lecturer. If we don't pay, they will go on strike. And those some will not graduate on time, so that they cannot become what they want to become on time. Maybe there was a plan for it. Because I don't know. Even if you hold somebody since 2009 and you will pay that person small for 2009 to 2024, you have finished paying the debt now. But you saw and look, judicial workers 300% increment. Even the news that we are hearing now, it has not done. And if it's going to drop, it's not as 300 they told us to. Now, those lecturers that lecture judicial officers, that lecture the doctors, that doctor the politician, the one that attended school among them, they are the one that are not being paid. I know a particular lecturer, he's a senior lecturer for that. He cannot pay 2-bedroom flats. He cannot pay for 2-bedroom flats. Especially some of us that are not sleeping with students, that are not collecting income from students, that we deliver our own level will go away. We are the one that suffer most. Because we just want to collect our salary and allowance and make sure we plan on it. What is it going to happen now? Government needs to think about it. Or else, we will discover that majority of the poor children, they are going to be rented out now. Because there is no school to go.
Yeah. And will probably be around the streets and might be causing a lot of havoc to people. I want to ask this: is there any possible reason, if you can give reasons, to just to back up the federal government? Is it possible there is a tangible reason why they are yet to still implement whatever they have agreed they are in place there? For the federal government example.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason. I mean, look, the reason is very clear, as simple and as obvious. It's a lack of commitment to the value and importance of education to Nigeria as a society. There's no other reason. We cut budgets year in, year out, and we all know what UNESCO recommendation is with regards to what percentage of our budgets, of the budget of any country should be as a standard practice. And we know what our percentages are. We're nowhere, getting nowhere near where the expectations are supposed to be. When I looked at the grievances, it's just, it's very disturbing that we keep dancing this dance. During that last fair, Mr. Rino, you and I were on this same show, and we talked, we were on other public platforms where we talk about these things, and we kept saying it then that we're back to this table soon. That this strike, it's a good thing that it was called off when it was called off, but we'll be back And here we are. Because nothing has changed about the way Nigeria is run. We're run by people that really don't care, people that don't believe that they owe their public position to the public citizens of Nigeria, to the city of Nigeria. They don't believe that. They don't believe they are accountable. They don't believe that we can do anything to them. So they get there, they pursue their own interests for 4 years. They make whatever they want to make of the situation, feather their own nest, do the little they must do by virtue of legal requirements and optics and all that, and they just go away. And we just repeat the dance every 4 years. And that's exactly what's happening again. Until we get leaders that are determined to change the narrative forward, that make bold, brave decisions to cut away from the past. We keep repeating this dance. So, little small prediction. We'll dance around this. ASUU, the federal government will go to court again. They will get an injunction industrial court to say it's illegal for ASUU to strike. ASUU will dare their, call their bluff. They will like. Hopefully, the strike will not last too long. They will have a meeting within 2, 3, 4 months. We'll have some sort of an agreement. They will release 2 or 3 people to them, and we'll resume lectures. And then 6 or 7 months, 1 year, or 18 months later, we'll come back again. That's what's going to happen, and it's very bad. Sad. Now, just suppose this. If we say, you say, what's the reason? The government will say we don't have money. That's the reason they're going to give. There's no other reason. They will say, things are difficult. We're paying so much in subsidies. Subsidies have been denied of pay. We're paying so much in subsidies. Now, I just did a small calculation. Small calculation. I added the 90 billion that we paid for Hajj operations last year. 90 billion.
Renovation of the
1 billion for renovation. I added the 5 billion for the presidential yacht.
Okay.
I added the 1 billion for the escalation.
Okay.
I now calculated the 150 million for the aircraft that we just bought, shiny new toys.
Okay.
It comes to about 225 billion naira. So I added all of that together, I put it, and I have all of a sudden in front of me 317 billion naira or 327 billion naira.
And you use that
the president has spent on what, in my opinion, are frivolities. All of these expenses are expenses that are completely unnecessary and avoidable. And yet, the 200 billion that ASUU has been asking for, which, by the way, not just money for their own pocket, or it's not just allowances. This is funding for the sector.
That government is going to spend by themselves.
They're not going to collect money and give the lecturers. The government is unable and unwilling to release that. Who's pulling through? So, we're not ready as a country. Continue this dance, and Nigerians, people like Ademero and I will come to you, will say all these things we're saying. The people that make decisions, they will look at us, they will just do their nose like this, and they will continue. Nothing will happen.
I just want to ask, in clear terms, how do you think this ASUU can actually get what they want from the government?
Well, the only thing they can do is to go on strike. If they go on strike, because of the children of these people are not going to these schools. Exactly. They won't feel it. There's a way that if it affects any accident that affects personally, the way you are going to react is going to different from the one that does not even affect you. Hey, and that's all. But they don't have children in those schools. They don't go to the hospital we go to. In fact, they don't go to the market we go to. They know where they shop. The same way is applicable to this one. The only thing that these people can do is to go on. There's no other option. If anybody has any other option, maybe they should tell them, look, how can you describe somebody that has been lecturing for 20, 35 years that cannot boast of building a house, talk less of having 3-bedroom flats? Number one. Number two, somebody is a lecturer, incorruptible one. It's only his salary and any allowances. These allowances that augment the salary is what the government did not pay. Then another one again. You don't want lecturer, you want them to be upright, research. Where is the money for research? Part of the money they are asking for is this research. Do you know that what we are still using as a country, it was research of some certain people, and if they don't do another research, the one they've done is what they are still doing. That is why it's obsolete. Government is running on obsolete policies, and that is why obsolete result is what we are getting. Because there's no money for research again. Nobody's giving you. To go, in fact, if you want to go for any conference, you have to use your own money. That one is trying, but that one cannot really cater for everybody.
True.
They have to pick the schools they really want to. Then look at the classes. You go to some school. I know one particular school. I will not mention the name of the school. They employed me as a visiting lecturer. After doing first semester, I said I'm not going to that school again.
Why?
You will be in the theater hall like this. Toilet of that theater hall will be smelling to you inside the theater hall. Because majority of the facilities there are down. If you know the number of students, you have to use the microphone. It's not, that one is not even the problem. Some students are outside. How did you want them to learn?
To learn.
If you really want to. Okay, another one again is this. Do you know that there are some certain courses that Nigerian students are doing in all these schools that I'm talking about? They're supposed to be theory with practical. They are using objective and subjective for them. How do you want them to pass? Let me use as an example. If in business admin, Mr. Shopito will understand, a course on business contract is being done on objective. That is supposed to talk about cases. Objective. You know the reason why they are doing objective? There is not enough lecturer. They will just use that one. That one is easy to mark.
Yeah.
News writing, figure writing. That's supposed to be your classroom to write. That's why they call it writing. News writing. You cannot pass it without writing.
Of course.
Feature writing. You must write. They are doing it objective. And we now have these students who bake them. They will bake. You will now ask them to go and serve. After service, you give them in whatever. Okay, go and gather news for them from you. You go to pound because it's objective. He has never written this story in his life as a student for 4 years. This is the kind of education we are putting down now. Do you know that majority of the schools, don't let me even go to private schools, those ones, they are using visiting lecturers to augment themselves. They don't have lecturers now. The government schools side do not have lecturers because nobody is replacing those ones that have gone out, those ones that have died. There is no money now. And you know the vice chancellor, the little one that is coming to them, they are pursuing it seriously. Vice chancellor, the board, they are enjoying. But the lecturers that are even working, there is nothing to show for it. I know of a particular school, I think we've shown it on this program before. They cannot. For lecturers, they now went to video it. They saw Corona. In fact, there's one tire like that to be like this. They now go and show the one of the students. And I told those students then, you are laughing at us now. You will cry tomorrow. Because what is making your lecturer to be driving Toyota Corolla for 5-10 years is because it's not well paid. And you think what you are doing, yahoo, whatever you are doing to make money, you think it's going to last forever. You come and meet us in the labor market. At that time, God will have better us if we have raised our kids very well. We are going to be laughing. And you are going to be crying because what we're supposed to teach you, because of what we did not get from government, it's going to be very difficult. Look, if you get a very good salary, that's the way you lecture students is going to be different.
The joy of even lecturing.
And that is why any lecturer lecturing undergraduate, the way you lecture undergraduate is different from postgraduate, because postgraduate students will make you comfortable. Even apart from, they will make you comfortable. What I mean comfortable, they won't bribe you, but they will make you comfortable. Go and see the PG schools. Always factory fitted AC. They are not always much. They are professionals. You can teach them. They easily assimilate compared to the undergraduate student. And that is the reason. If there is no taking, maybe we are going to share our courses to Yalata, Yelepo, Carpenter, politicians. They will come and take courses in university and polytechnics.
All right, please. Someone has been calling since. Please, you can only send messages. Please, can we have the number displayed on the screen TV? Just you can be part of the show. Sending your text messages to the number displayed below the screen TV. Let's have our studio program studios number displayed on the screen so that our viewers can partake of it. We have said enough on this ASUU first strike. Notice, it's still on a notice, but it's one thing I just wish you said they should go for the strike. That is the only way the federal government.
No, that's the only language they hear now. Because they will not. They can buy whatever they can buy for themselves. They can buy earbuds. They can buy Bugatti. They can innovate anything that is available. That's something they can do.
I think they can also explore, because we can't keep doing the same thing and expect
And
different results. So maybe, I've said this before and nobody is listening. I think they should explore going to court. Yes, I think they should explore going to court, because if you have a court judgment, at least they have to disobey it.
Yes.
So you have done something different. This strike thing, they should go on strike, I agree. But while they are doing that, go to court, find the court, any court, anywhere, industrial court or international court for there is an international labor court, or go to court. Because this, you're just going to keep dancing. So I'm suggesting break from the cycle and try something else. And let's see how it works out.
They will go to court for fundamental human rights.
Or even for the enforcement of contracts. There's a breach of contract.
Yes, but the thing here is, you know what? The problem that I have is that if we are in a country where our tiers of government normally obey the court order, it would have been better. They will not use out of the money that the association supposed to be using for catering for the lives of the members that they needed to go to court.
Let them go to court, because we are doing something different. Let them try something that is different.
Well, maybe they should raise money from Nigeria. So that they can. Because I don't forget that the money they are using for all those members that have health challenges, that have this, that they should not use the money to go to court, and this government will not even obey it.
Even parents, if you ask parents to contribute money, they will contribute to keep their children in school.
No. As national chairman,
let's put government in a position where they have to disobey the court order.
Okay.
Okay.
So when they disobey, they will take it from
Okay.
All right.